thighs here. And some Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce with honey. Whatever barbecue sauce you got, it'll be fine. I'm going to do a little pressure cooking with these. And then we're going to do the air crisp mode in the basket. Stay tuned. I've tried a variety of ways cooking chicken thighs in the Ninja Foodi. I like this way. It works really well. It gives it a good tender chicken with a crispy outside. So what we're going to do is break these open. We're going to lay them down in the Ninja Foodi pot, and we're going to just cover them with water. You can add flavoring seasonings if you want. Since I'm going to be putting the Jack Daniel's on there at the end, I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and get these into the pot, and we'll cover them up with water. Here we've got our 4 chicken thighs in the Ninja Foodi, and I just covered them with water. The water level is just right over top. Now we're going to put on the pressure lid. Just washing off my pressure lid, cleaning it really well. You want to clean it before every use. Make sure you get a good seal. I'm going to make sure we turn this to seal. There's a vent seal button here. We're going to put ours on seal. Let's get this out of the way for you. Go ahead and power it up. Press pressure. It's going to default to high. That's what we want. And we're going to set this to 15 minutes. Press start. Once we get a 15-minute pressure on it, we're just going to release. Now, this is very dependent on how thawed out your chicken thighs are. If your chicken thighs are frozen, you're going to want to do this a lot longer. Mine are thawed out. I've been in the refrigerator for about 3 days. So this will ensure that if anything is still frozen down at the bone level, it'll take care of that, and it's going to tenderize them and get them ready for the air crisp. All right, guys, we're just coming to the end of the 15-minute mark here. What I'm going to do is take a backside of a spoon or something and release the pressure. There we go. Let's just let that pressure off. It's going to get loud, so I'm not going to talk during this. Okay, the button has just dropped. It means it's safe to remove the lid, so we're going to do that. There's going to be some condensation or moisture, or whatever you want to call it, up underneath of the lid. So what I like to do is just roll this upside down, dump it back in, and if you don't want the liquid back in, you can just keep it upside down and head for the sink. So that's empty. Got something else on the stove here, excuse me. Make sure you got some tongs handy. I like to put a plate underneath of my basket because, you know, just keep the liquid off of my stove top. Get most of the liquid off. It's going to dry up pretty quick on the air crisp mode, so we're not too worried about that. Yeah, these are nice. They're mostly cooked already. So we're just going to crisp them up. Get that barbecue sauce going. Now, in order to use the air crisp basket, after you do something like this, on air crisp mode, you are going to need to drain that liquid. It's very important. The air won't circulate properly with that liquid in there, and it's not going to air crisp at all. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to power it off for a few minutes. And we're going to drain that liquid, get our basket in, and be right back. All right, we've got our water drained. Went ahead and just rinsed it out. Don't have to wash it, just rinse it out so nothing burns in there. And we're going to go ahead and drop our basket in. It's not hot. We're just going to drop that right on in. Now the pot is hot because it just finished pressure cooking, but the pan, that was not hot. All right, now through some trial and error, here's something else I learned. Your results may differ, but here's what I've learned. Not to put the barbecue sauce on quite yet. We're going to do about 15 minutes on air crisp. And 15 minutes has a tendency to burn the barbecue sauce, especially if you're using the type with honey or something sweetener like that in it. Because you've got to remember, we're pretty close to the top here. So we're going to close her on up, power up, air crisp. We're going to move it to 400, 390 is default. We're going to set our time to 15 minutes. and go ahead and start. At the 10-minute mark, I'm going to flip them over and start brushing on the barbecue sauce. So we're going to put barbecue sauce on for about the last 10-15 minutes. It all depends on how crisp you like yours. I like mine pretty crispy and pretty barbecue-y, if that's a word. We'll check back in a few minutes. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. In the Ninja Foodi, using the lid, you do not have to do anything down here to lift the lid. It'll automatically pause it for you. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull that up. Check our chickens here. They're already crisping up nicely. Real crisp, nice. So all I'm gonna do is roll these over, and I'm gonna get the first dose of barbecue sauce on the bottom here. Just trying to get under the skin so it doesn't stick. I forgot to spray the pan, okay. There we go. It's non-stick, so it's not that big of a deal. I did lose a little bit of skin there, but we'll get over it. Now, if you got a brush, that's great. If you don't got a brush, just do what I'm about to do right here. We're just gonna, especially with this honey stuff, it's just super thick. You can just drizzle it on there. It's not gonna hurt it. If you get too much, it'll just drip down the bottom of the pan. Get a nice big dose on there. Close it up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a little more time just because I don't want it to shut off while I'm working. And what we'll do is go 2 or 3 minutes, roll it over, get the other side, go a few minutes, roll it over. You know, until you know this part's really up to you guys. I like mine with a lot of sauce, pretty crispy. And I'll show you at the end what I'm after. Did want to give you a shot of that before I get it going again. This is about 10 seconds after I just poured the sauce on. So let's get it going again. All right, guys. I'm just going to show you one. I'll just do one. So I'm just going to roll one. I'm going to roll them all. And we're just going to drizzle a little in there. A little more than a drizzle. We'll take our tongs, spread it around. And I'm just going to do the rest of them the same way. Tongs are getting messy anyway, so we might as well use them to spread stuff around. Alright, we don't want to leave the lid open too long. Alright, we'll go probably just the rest of that time and see how we're doing. I think we're just about there. Then there you have it. This is barbecued chicken thighs in the Ninja Foodi. We did a little pressure cooking, tenderized them, thawed them if they needed to be, mine did not. And then we've done the air crisp at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, and we've waited to the last 10 minutes to start the barbecue sauce. You can see it, that worked out really well. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Leave me some comments. Don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.